welcome to another episode of Bears News Network. I'm your host, Mike Anderson, alongside with my co-host, DeAndre Cootie Hicks, man, where we give you guys Chicago Bears news and rumors, man, and the only YouTube channel, man, that give out prizes and tickets during the season, man, and we still do it on the off season. We know a little things been a little slow around here, but man, everything is about to start back
Yes,
picking up. We
yes.
got the draft. NFL Combine running around the corner, then the draft coming up, man. A lot of questions. Cootie still
Let's
around what
go.
the Chicago Bears is going to do with Justin Fields, man. We're going to get into that about Peter King, put his input about what he think the Chicago Bears should do of recently. And we're going to talk about the pros and cons of if we keep Justin Fields and drafting Caleb Williams, man. So we're going to get into all that right here, right now on Bears News Network. But before we do that, if you are a Chicago Bears fan, we advise you to
Please.
hit that subscribe button. We appreciate all the love and support. It does not cost you anything. Join the Bears News Network family. Also, you can follow us on different social media platforms, Instagram, Facebook, and right here on YouTube. So we appreciate all the love and support, and bear down. Okay, Cootie, let's get right into it, man.
Let's
Peter
go.
King, um, well-known NFL journalist, really connected with a lot of people in the NFL, especially with Ryan Poles and the Chicago Bears. He's connected in the league with that as well. He's retiring from journalism in the NFL, and he put out his last column, and
Yeah.
he wrote a little bit and talked about what the Chicago Bears should do with Justin Fields. Mind you, he talks to Ryan Poles. Um, uh, he has talked to them during the offseason before. So he has a
Right.
nice little relationship with Ryan Poles. And this is what he had to say. He said, I suppose the Bears are going to trade the top pick, he wrote. I know nothing, but that seems to be the way the wind is blowing. What I say, the Bears could keep Justin Fields and should, and trade the first pick down once or twice and build the kind of supporting cast a team needs to contend. Uh, so with that being said, man, Cootie, I'm gonna ask you first. What you
What's
think
up?
about that quote from Peter King, man, in this last little column with announcing his retirement about the Chicago Bears?
I mean, it's definitely a few things, and like you said, one thing that I can say is that either being a fan or not, or close to post, however he is, he definitely watching the organization. So that's one thing being said, and I'm just saying that where how he said that we could continue to build around Justin. That's one thing that we've already committed to. We've been doing. We signed players in that's backing their quarterback. So I mean, the next step, another draft coming around, we didn't hit what we wanted to hit last year. Is to continue to build around that staple, of which we're saying is our franchise QB. At one point that's what it looked like. That's why we made the move of switching from coach to coach instead of QB at the time. So it's one of those things that I feel like he just saying like I said, continue to build around what we have. There's no need
Yeah,
to start anew. And then
and
I also just think that, it's his personal opinion just because, like, they asking him the question of what he think the franchise should do. His take of, what should be, our next move within this draft. And I just agree with it because that's the thing. We started it. We're not at the end of it yet. It just feel like we're trying to, catch up to some other teams who have, those young quarterbacks who have a little spark behind them. But, every team
yeah,
different.
yeah. I get what you're saying. I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead, go ahead. I'm
No,
sorry.
you good. No, I'm good. I just feel like every team built different. We don't got those QBs that's just take off.
Yeah, and I was going to piggyback on what you said as well. How I agree with you and Peter King in this regard because like he said, continue to build the team. Like I know we started off rough, but we turned the team around and we were showing good signs and good flashes of the team going in a good direction. We could have made the playoffs, Cody. A lot of people forget. We had
Yeah,
3 games that we should have won, which put us to a 10-win team, which we would have been in the playoffs. That's what a lot of people seem to forget. We blew 3 big time wins that we should have won that would have put us in the playoffs. And if that
right.
was the case,
Exactly.
we wouldn't be sitting here talking. right now about Justin Fields, trading Justin Fields. Everybody would be saying trade the number one overall pick for sure and continue to build this
Yeah,
team
get
around him
asset.
because we're showing good signs. If we was a 10-win team last year, imagine how many wins we can get this next year if we continue
Right.
to have assets and young good talent, premier talent on this team. Another thing that was
Exactly.
interesting to me, Cootie, in this quote, it said, "I know nothing, but that seems to be the way the wind is blowing." That struck me like,
Mm.
do he know something that we don't know? Because he's an insider, so he's
Right.
inside.
Yeah.
So is this something that he don't know? Have he talked to Ryan Post? Because why would he say that seems to be the way the wind is blowing? Because from the outside looking in, from all the media and everybody, it
Yeah.
kind of looks like, you know, they're saying
You'll be
trade him,
persuaded to go the other way.
get
Yeah.
rid of him, but in Peter King's eyes, that's why I'm like, what's going
Mm.
on, man. But I don't know how to look at it, man. I feel like me and Cootie have said before. We said keep Justin Fields. That's the way that we feel. And man, you can't,
Hey,
you
who is our
know,
QB1? Our QB1 is Fields. JF, baby.
and that's who we sticking with, man. We with Peter King on this issue. But hey, let us know your thoughts, man. If you agree or disagree with Peter King, should we trade Justin Fields or keep Justin Fields, man? We want to hear from you guys, man.
Just let us
Um,
know.
it's 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 no right or wrong answer, man. It's a tough decision that any GM will have to make. Ryan Poles, he has a really tough decision, but just from the lens and the direction that the team seemed to be going at the tail end of the season, I would like to stick with JF1. But let us know you guys' thoughts right underneath
Yes,
the
sir.
video. If you're watching this video, hit that subscribe button. We appreciate all the love and support. If you are a Chicago Bears fan, follow us on YouTube at Bears News Network, Instagram at Bears News Network, and Facebook at Bears News
We got them
Network.
all now.
Okay, Cootie. This the big question, people, and everybody for y'all out there, man. Is drafting Caleb Williams the fastest route to the Super Bowl, Cootie? That's
I
today's poll
mean,
question.
we already said it. From what we're doing, I don't think so because we put so much behind a QB that's not Caleb Williams. I mean, it's not saying that he couldn't transition and fit the system well, but one thing that I've been thinking about is the players who signed on behind Justin Fields. And a lot of players been vocal about that, who they want their QB to be. One of the reasons why they came to this organization. So, that's the locker room chemistry. How everything's gonna play out on the field. So do you want to mess that up just because you've been told that it's a generational talent? And we talked about that too. All generational talents haven't succeeded in the NFL, the Pro Football League. So it's one of those. Do you want to, it's still risk and reward. Do you want to risk it on this, generational talent that may lead you? And it probably won't be in his first season. There's not too many who done in their first season. So you're looking at his second season to take you to his second season to the promised land to win the Super Bowl. Or, I mean, I look at it better late than never. A QB you'll have in his, fourth, fifth season, get you to the playoffs, and then maybe that next year at least take you to the Super Bowl. But you know that everything that you put around him is working for him. Like I said, you built that already up. So it's one of those is which side are you willing to take? And I look at it like we probably won't be able to do it with Caleb because of what we built already.
Um, I agree with you. I say no, and I'm not saying that we cannot get there if we
Right.
was to draft Caleb Williams, but I don't even see it happening. Cootie, you gave it year two. I give it maybe year three or year four that we may reach with him. I wouldn't be surprised
And
if
that's
year three, year four
reasonable.
we may reach.
Like I
Um,
said, we chasing the other team. That's why I put in the 1 to 2 year thing.
but that's what I'm saying too. I'm not knocking that we won't get there, but Bears fans, we're tired of waiting. We want to win. We haven't been to the Super Bowl since '06. We haven't won and been to the Super Bowl before that time since 1985. So it's like change needs to happen. It really does. And at this point, it's like, what how bad do you want to win? Everybody say that they want to win. Everybody say, oh, we're ready to win now. We're tired of losing. If you're tired of losing, then are you willing to risk setting the QB clock back along with the QB market? Because not only will be
Yeah.
setting that financial clock back, but we'll be setting time back as well on the development of the QB spot and progress with this team. And it's going to be a lot of pressure for that rookie to come up and develop and do good at that point. And that kind of pressure, I wouldn't want to put on that rookie because it's going to be expectations for Caleb Williams at least get the Chicago Bears to the playoffs.
Yeah.
And if
And don't even
he
think about yardage and records like that. He's gonna supposed to hit a game and stuff like that.
we're not even talking about that. We're talking
I'm
about
just
just
saying
regular
you're
achievement.
gonna have to be a Russian and a Russian and a passing QB though. You're gonna have to like we done had them,
We
so you're
we,
gonna have to
we ain't
still
even.
live up to
I'm
that.
not. I ain't even gonna talk about that. I'm just talking about your main goal. You got
Now
that's
you gonna
what you have to do.
simplify it.
You have to get to the playoffs because Justin Fields next year, with or without the Chicago Bears, in my opinion, is going to be a playoff. He's going to be a playoff quarterback. He's going to be in the playoffs.
Oh,
And Caleb Williams, with him being a rookie, every rookie is going to have growing pains. And you cannot expect him to have the same development of leap of jump years as Justin Fields when he's a rookie and he has to grow.
yeah, we keep saying that everybody not gonna be CJ Stroud, but there's been a lot of Bryce Youngs. And
Yeah,
that's no
man.
knock to
So,
them as players. It's just like how they first seasons turned out. You know, it's a lot
and
of
we're
those
talking
who think
about
they're gonna have great seasons.
the fastest way. Well,
Yeah,
that's what we're talking about. The fastest way to get to the playoffs. That's what we're talking about. So, and another thing,
that's what it's about right now. How are you gonna get there next season? We not looking at
exactly.
it from a couple seasons from now. How are we gonna get there next season?
Exactly. And just a couple of things. You reset the rookie contract, which could be better at your QB position if you get Caleb Williams. These for the people that say they want Caleb Williams, right? Oh, he's a generational
Okay.
talent at QB, has more upside than Justin Fields at this moment. Give yourself 3 years to build a Super Bowl slash playoff team with this guy, and you're going to reset the QB market, and like I said, possibly reset yourself back 3 or 4 years. If you keep Fields, the cons, they say, oh, you're not a better quarterback than Caleb Williams. Some people say that Justin Fields is not better than Caleb Williams. Some people say you're stopping your growth as a team, possibly, if you get rid of Justin Fields. They say you win less games than you did with Justin if you get rid of him. He could be better with another team, and Caleb cannot win as many games as him, and you could possibly lose the locker room as well, and that's the players' trust. So, I mean, it's a spectrum. Some can say,
Yeah.
okay, well, Caleb Williams, if he does come in and he does produce well, then and he put that progress on the field, then he can be successful. He can win over the locker room. But it's going to take time for these players to win, for him to win them over. Compared to with Justin Fields, you know what you get. Like you said, are you willing to bet on a 50-50, maybe not, then steady to develop what you know that you have? Something that's not
Exactly.
broken. You have a toy that's
Yeah.
perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with it. It still
And it's on the
functions, still play
upside.
well. You get what
Yeah.
I'm saying? It still can do some couple of things that you probably don't even know about. You just got to figure it out and just play with it a little bit more.
Yeah.
But then you got this new shiny toy who looks a little nicer, but then you don't know what it have. It may be the toy that you got better features than that toy, but you
Yeah,
haven't
that you
opened
haven't
it up
unlocked
yet.
yet, right.
Yeah, you haven't opened it up. You haven't seen what it can do yet. But it looks good, but you don't know what you're getting, man. So in that regard, man, when you look at it that sense, um, I think, and like we was talking about Cootie, like Steve Young, Teddy Bradshaw, those guys, it took them 4 years, like 4 or 5 years to really learn the game
Yeah,
of football. Everybody learns differently. And it all goes to the coaches and the situations that you in to help you as a quarterback develop at a good speed. And as we know, Justin wasn't put in the right situation since being drafted by the Chicago Bears to succeed at quarterback. So
exactly.
when you think about all those variables, and now everything is starting to look good, and now you want to give up on this young man, like
That's
everybody
the
was saying,
weird
Cootie.
part. That's what makes it. I couldn't understand it. Now it seems like we're going in the right direction. You're finding your pieces. You're knowing what you're missing to make this, puzzle complete, and to be able to be, more than just a playoff team and a contender,
And
type
what you
thing.
say, Cootie? You said, and a position of need was not what
Oh, the,
QB.
oh
Your
yeah,
position of need is not
yeah.
at QB.
Priorities. Okay, this is what we talking about before. Our priorities are what we gonna just look for when you building our team. And when you look at your priorities, one priority that's not there is what we're talking about, the QB. It just,
Yeah,
it'll be fun to like it is. It's fun to have a new QB and to try some new things. But if we built everything around the QB that we have, what makes sense to get a new one and say, oh, now this pick doesn't work, this pick doesn't work. And those guys may not even want to be there no more because they were like, oh, this was my guy who I thought that I was going to mesh with and make us be, this type of team.
yeah,
Yeah.
man. So I'll let you guys pick your poison. Who do you want, man? Justin Fields or Caleb Williams, man? Let us know right up under the chat, man. Hey, either way, I like it. It doesn't matter to me, man. But if I was making the pick,
Hey,
prefer, I'm picking Justin. But hey, man, to each his own, man. Caleb Williams, he's a bad man. I'm not gonna lie, and I hope that
yeah,
he
that's what
has
we
success.
say. We are number
You
one. We
know,
Bears fans number one. Justin Fields, that's a good quarterback and we like him for our team. But hey, the way the organization rolls, that's who we behind at the same time. So that
exactly.
means
We're
that they see something that we didn't see. We just giving out pay, based off of what we know, what we can see now.
And at the end of the day, we're Bears fans. We're not just Justin Fields fans. So our loyalty at the end of the day is to the Chicago Bears. So man, whatever they decide to do, we will, roll with the punches, man, and stick with it. But
Look at Eddie,
hey, yeah, yeah.
our
And
guy. We love
man,
Eddie Jackson.
yeah, man, we loved us some Eddie Jackson, man. It was hard to see Eddie go, but we kind of seen the writing on the wall, man. But
Yeah, I mean, you called it. You said it.
yeah, yeah. So man, yeah, matter of fact, yeah, let's get number 39's back down for Eddie Jackson, man.
Yes,
And
yes. Let's go.
let's get your thoughts on who do you want, man? Justin Fields or Caleb Williams? Put your thoughts underneath
Yeah, we
there.
really want to know that one.
And the poll question of the day was: is drafting Caleb Williams the fastest route to the Super Bowl? Yes or no, man? And put your best answer, man. The person with the best answer, man, will get a prize, man, via us here over Bears News Network. So put your thoughts down. Like, comment, subscribe, follow us, man. Like me and Cootie always say, be safe, Chicago, and bear down.
That down.